my wife or everything I do is my daughter. Society. I just want a better place for her and any children that she might have in the future. Something better than I had, and I hope I can get that for her. But why for San Marcos in particular, running for city council? When I lost my vision, I found myself in a different position than I was before, where before I had to work all the time to support my family. Then I lost my vision and I couldn't work. But then I received the training I needed from the Texas Workforce Commission and the Chris Cole Rehabilitation Center for the Blind up in Austin. But instead of re-entering the workforce, I wanted to get involved in my community, be a voice for working people, regular people, and in particular, the populations within those people that are usually overlooked, like people with disabilities. Probably the biggest thing for a place like San Marcos is it's kind of seasonal. It has like a seasonal nature where, we're a college town, so during the summer months and during Christmas break, the town kind of, gets really quiet. And I can see where that might affect, business revenue and stuff of that nature. To do that, I would try and tackle housing cost issues to make it affordable for students to maybe consider staying in San Marcos rather than leaving all the time. So they can build their roots and start their families here and maybe even start their own businesses here. So that, we get, both people, still patronizing our businesses, but also providing new businesses and new services for the city of San Marcos. It would pretty much go back to my answer to the previous question. If we make it an attractive place to stay with, housing people can actually afford to live in, so that then businesses might see, okay, there's a market here. To use, I guess, layman's terms, there's going to be people here that can, patronize their business and services. And that, I think that could attract them to come here to do that for us. My focus had previously been on things like housing costs. As far as availability goes, I'm not sure about San Marcos specifically, but in the United States, we have 2 or 3 empty houses for every homeless individual out there. So the housing is there, but we have private equity coming in, buying the houses, and then either leaving the houses vacant or artificially driving up the cost. And then we also have people buying up the homes and then just turning them into an Airbnb and taking that home away from a family that needs it, or even a group of college students that maybe just want to be able to rent it for a place to live off of campus. So I think we need to address that. And then also that will partly address the housing cost issue, but we need to start thinking about ways to bring those costs down. Instead of a lot of suburban sprawl, maybe start thinking some more like duplexes, quadplexes, townhomes, things of that nature. Maybe a few more apartment buildings, not necessarily out on the outskirts, but closer to the center of town, so that everybody's not having to, get in a car and go. And with that, we also need to improve our public transit infrastructure so so that people don't have to rely on their cars so much, and we have something available for them to get around the city. My first immediate thought, going back to caring about people with disabilities, is we do have carts for our public transit, and through carts, that's where we get our paratransit services for people with disabilities and seniors. And carts does what they can, and then of course the Texas state buses, they do offer allow people with disabilities to ride for free. I believe it's free for people with disabilities, whether they're a student or not. You should know that on the ballot, my name will be listed as my legal name, Christopher L. Polanco. I saw the rules about nicknames and I decided to follow them like a good boy. Even though I've been told I probably should have just went ahead and put down my nickname. But I do go by Chrispy, and I'll be introducing myself as Chrispy to the public. And any type of like documentation or yard signs I give out. It will be the first name on the list on the ballot when you find place 2 for city council. So it'll be really easy to find. But other than that, I want them to know that I'm just a regular guy like you guys. I have my family. I'm a nerd, I'm a geek, I'm a dork. So I'm into all the things involved with that, sci-fi, fantasy, action, adventure, tabletop RPGs, all that good stuff. And I'm always, happy to talk about that stuff and any issues people care about. So I'm approachable. I might be socially awkward. I won't deny that, even before I went blind. And being blind, sometimes it's hard to pick up on some social cues because I can't see your face or where you're looking or who you're talking to. But I'm approachable. Come up and talk to me. Ask me questions about anything you want to know, about what I'm doing, what's going on with the city.